Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and I am a professional crop duster. Don't let that fool you, though. I'm not professional, and I am just 3 or 4 years into my experience of being a gardener. But I think I've learned a lot of things that I can hopefully show you and talk about that will get you more knowledgeable about gardening and just about what you actually put in your body. It's become a very important thing to me in the last year. I'll be honest about my story. This time last year, was over 500 pounds. I have lost almost 100 pounds of that now in less than a year. And my overall health just, oh my God, I can't even tell you how much better I feel. Um, I also have other crazy amount of health issues. Not only just from being heavy, I've had them my whole life. I was born with deformed bones in my legs, so I've always had a difficult time of exercising and doing enough to stay active. I've always been able to do things, but I just can't do them for long times, which really hinders being able to work out sometimes. But that said, I think I've discovered some good tricks. Maybe they can help somebody else. So maybe keep watching and hopefully I can help you. But today's episode is going to be about seeds and how our seeds have performed so far, what we've planted. You'll also get to meet my boss. And no, I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about our little 7-pound cat, Kiwi. She is the boss of the house, especially when it comes to my seed starting program. She is there all the time and always tries to help out in her own special little way. So a little bit about why I chose to go down this road. Yeah, I was fat, way overweight. No excuses. I did it to myself. I had a lot of health issues. They did hinder me. Could I have gotten around them? Maybe, with a lot of work and dedication. But at the time, I was also working a 60-hour job that was high stress. So it was hard. And I realized that I couldn't go on that way. And I was going to die. I was going to have a heart attack and just die. That's how I felt every day I woke up. And finally, I said, I'm not going to have that. I mean, I'm already 9 years past when my parents had their heart attacks. And I don't want to have one. I want to keep going and not ever have one and have no problems with my health. That would be the goal, right, for everyone. So I have found some things that work for me. And hopefully they can work for you too. All right, so stick around and maybe you'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe we can learn together. All right? And you definitely want to meet Kiwi. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 7-day review of our seedlings. I'm sitting in front of our larger greenhouse, which, as you can see from over here, is also in my woodshop area. So we will be soon moving the woodshop out to the garage, and the greenhouse may eventually have a permanent place here, but we'll see about that in the future. So anyway, I'm going to show you today about our successes that we're having for germination and talk about some of the processes that we're doing. Next week we'll have another video that is showing exactly how we do our seed process once our next phase of seeds goes in. The foreman is making a lot of noise today, so she's getting on me, and I gotta begin sooner or else she's gonna get mad and I may lose my job. And if you don't know who the foreman is, well, you'll meet Kiwi soon. Look at these guys. They are almost ready for transplant. You can see they're getting their second set of leaves. So as soon as they get that second set, that's when we get to transplant them. And in case you guys were wondering, yeah, the supervisor told me I did a good job. So this is day 7. I haven't taken any videos before now because I figured that it'd be best to see the actual progression. And really, things just started sprouting today. So we had the first watering period earlier today, and then we switched lighting, and now this is the second watering period. And yeah, lots of growth today. So this is our Jedi jalapeno peppers. So you can see we've got so far 5 of the 6 cells sprouting, and at least 3 of them with both seeds in each cell, which is kind of great. And then over here on this one, well, same thing, 5 out of 6, and we've got 3 with 2 sprouts. That new one right here, right here, looks like that's 2 coming out too. I don't want to force it though. I like to keep them in there and let them do their thing naturally. So yeah, that's our Jedi jalapeno peppers. We also got some red ace red peppers, but you can also keep them green, and they're also rated great for green. So we also got our King Arthur peppers growing in the other tray that I'll show you in a little bit. But these are the extra red ace, because we've got our red pepper stock of them growing as red peppers. But we're going to pull these early at 65 days as they start to become that nice green for some extra green peppers for roasting. That way our other green peppers can be for packing, for freezing, for canning, things like that. So yeah, lots of plans. But as you can see, they're doing good. So this cell, we've got 5 out of 6 germinated. And this cell, oh, look at that, all 6. That one's coming up tomorrow. That's awesome. And then, let's see. We've got the Sargento Poblanos. And there we've got, that one's definitely coming through. We've got another one here, and the 4th one there. So only 2 cells. I don't see anything in there. Not bad. 4 out of 6 so far, and they're going to be sprouting. And then over here we've got some of our flowers, some of our herbs, some of our teas. That whole row there is chamomile on the end. That's coming up really good. They'll be transplanted probably next weekend. Here we've got some thyme, some oregano sprouted. I'm not sure if the Dusty Millers have yet. We think they are Dusty Millers, but I've never seen them grow from seed before, so jury's still out on that. On this side, we've got rosemary. They usually take a while to sprout, so we might have one in here. Not sure. And I know this is lemon balm over here because I remember seeing that tag every time I do it. So this is how we did, first time ever doing it this way, that we're doing the row tray. I think next time we want to put more dirt in them, but they seem to be doing pretty good for everything that's sprouted so far. And as soon as we get them into the bigger cells, they'll be performing really well. So, all right, let me get the next 2 trays out. All right, so here is our tomato tray, our main tomato tray. You already saw the huge cherry tomatoes that were coming up in the last tray. So we've got our sauce tomato, which is Sapolo's Pride. Doing pretty good. Tomatoes every year for us when we do this is usually like, it's a hit or miss for the first couple days, and then they all come out at the same time. So it's probably a couple more days for some of them. The guide from Johnny's, where we got them from, said 7 to 10 days. So we have 3 more days for that germination period before any worry sets in. Oh, Foreman is down here talking again. Then we have our paste tomatoes over here. Actually, I was wrong. The first 2 are big beef. The first 2 rows here are big beef. So we've got 3 out of the 12 of those going. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the sauce tomatoes coming out. That's the Sapolo's Pride. And then our paste tomato, which is San Marzano 2. Almost all of them have come out, so they're looking pretty nice. And, you know, they're both going to be Romas, so we can interchange them if we have to. But the San Marzano has less liquid, so they're better for paste, more meat. Yes, Foreman. What can I do for you? You just needed that, some love? Oh, I get every day. Every day, but she's cute, isn't she? Little Kiwi. Here's your good girl. Are you better now? We still got to go in the other greenhouse. Alright, so let me get the peppers situated over here and I'll get them on video. And now this is our pepper tray. So I don't remember all of the different varieties, but we separated them by color. That way we can know them easier. So maybe we got orange, yellow. Purple is, oh, what the heck? It's called like lavender, something like that. I can't remember now. I'll do it in the next video. I'll go over all the different ones. And then we've got some green and some red in here too. We're getting used to, let's see. This is the first year we've used these 72 count trays. And, you know, peppers love just endless amounts of water. And I think maybe I haven't given them enough water, even though I thought I did. I thought the adjustment I made going to more cells was enough, but you know, peppers sometimes take a while for us too. And I think we got really lucky in that other tray that I showed you with the peppers. So I'm not really sure why it's not working on this one, but we still got a couple more days, so hopefully then we'll see more come out. I heard the Foreman, but I don't see her anywhere. Oh, there she is. What's up, Foreman? Okay, I'll get faster. Don't you worry. Hey, don't go in there. No greenhouse for the kitty. No. No, Foreman, you stay out. Bosses cannot do work. Get out. Love you. I was going to be done with peppers, but I want to ask, if you can, put it in the comments if you have used peppers in a 72 count container, because, you know, the ones in the other tray that I have in just a little bit different size containers are doing really good. And I'm wondering if maybe peppers just shouldn't be in a 72. So yeah, let me know. So I figured I'd show you, this is our hot greenhouse. So this one runs between 75 and 80. We have the heat mats turned up a little higher than the other one. The humidity level is usually around 89 to 91 at any given time. We do have a dehumidifier set right over here to the side by the door here to keep the rest of the room doing good, because this is also our canning room right now. But that is our hot greenhouse, and that has some of our higher temperature herbs. It has our peppers and our tomatoes. So I'll show you the other one now in a little bit. All right, we are in the second greenhouse, which is a much larger one. You can see we have 6 places to put trays on both sides. There's also the same exact setup behind me. We don't have everything active right now because this is our lower temperature, so this one usually runs between 65 and 70. We do not have heat mats for everything because the ambient temperature is where we want it to be for these plants anyway. So we alternate 12 hours on and 12 hours off of the heat mat. We also alternate 12 hours in under light and 12 hours off light, trying to get them used to what normal conditions are going to be at any time. Well, that said, first tray here we have our echinacea and lavender. We haven't had a lot of success with the lavender yet, but that does usually take a little bit longer to germinate, and it's only been 7 days. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 echinacea coming up there. Echinacea is also known as purple coneflower, and both echinacea and lavender are also good herbs to collect and dry leaves for tea. So yeah, hopefully we'll be making our own teas soon too. All right, let me get the next tray out. All right, so this is our mint and lavender tray. So we put lavender in both. One is lavender, or common lavender. This one is English lavender. I know one is better for teas and one is a nicer flower, but I forget which one right now, to be quite honest. But we do have one mint coming out. Now, we had a little snafu with this tray. I was in here, and you'll see now that we have tied all of the grading to the greenhouse because I kind of knocked this one around a little bit. So I'm lucky to have that one mint. We're hoping that the rest join suit soon. But if they don't, we'll just have to start a new tray. We have plenty of seeds for them both. Oh, is that something right there? Let me look here. It's too low for me to tell. I guess we'll look at that one tomorrow. Alright, let me get the next one out. So here we have our sage and echinacea tray. Yep, more echinacea. It's great to have around. It's also good for the brain, I hear. We do like a lot of sage. A lot of this stuff is also just going to be planted to conduct experiments on companion plants. You'll see once we get everything planted, and I'll go over that in a lot of the videos as to how I've arranged our new huge garden. Kind of starting at a zero pace here and just getting in whatever we can for the year. But yeah, there will be lots of videos on what we're doing. So yeah, some more echinacea. So we do have some sprouting here going on. A little bit more than in the flat tray. I don't know if I explained what I'm doing in those flat trays. So I've never really done this before. I'll show you here. A lot of these herbs, you know, the directions for them is to sprinkle them on top of the dirt because they need light for germination. So that's what we did. And we figured instead of doing it in like 2 per cell, we were just going to kind of like chaos plant them. So that's what we did. We tried to keep them a little bit arranged, and you know, we'll tell what grows by what we see come out of the dirt. Might as well have some fun, right? So anyway, that was sage and some echinacea. This is the other side of the greenhouse now, and this is our tray of yarrow. So we have 3 different colors of yarrow that we were growing. Another huge companion plant, and we'll go into that in later videos. So for yarrow, we have 3 colors, like I said, and the chaos planting is we just mixed all 3 seeds, and whatever comes up, comes up. Wherever it comes up, comes up. We're probably going to put like 2 or 3 very close together in each bunch. So this will actually be nice to have some variation in color. Next tray, we have some marjoram growing here. It's a nice little herb that can augment the taste of beef, and some gamier herbs. Still waiting for some peppermint to grow here. I thought I saw one earlier, and that last one right there might be peppermint. Right here. Because it looks a little bit different than the marjoram. I'm not sure this is the first time I'm growing both from seed. So, and then here we're going to grow some columbine. Lovely flower once it actually grows. That is also a companion plant flower. Okay, and don't worry, it's not a lot of water. It's just a leak. But anyway, we have some leeks coming up now. Decent germination rate so far. I didn't think that these were going to come up for another couple days, actually. So I'm happy to see about, what, 10 sprouting there. And then we also are growing some parsley, and that is another one that usually takes like 8 to 15 days. Oh, but we got something growing there. All right. So we should be looking out for them in the next couple days. Up, I hear the foreman. She's outside the greenhouse because she knows she's banned from this one, because we don't want her causing any damage in here. But she tells me, oh, there she is, look. Kiwi! Yep, she's right behind there. She's so bad. She can tell us what to do from out there, though. We can understand everything she says. So there you have it. That was our 7-day update on our seeds, and the foreman is quite happy, as you can see. There we go. She loves to be up and into everything. But we love her. So next time we're going to be doing some transplanting, and I am hopefully going to get all of my seed packets together again and tell you guys about what varieties are growing. I don't have them all, you know. The seeds weren't with the packets because I keep them in a seed container. So I have to get the packets out. So it'll be a little bit of work, but you're worth it. So I'll see you in a couple days. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you. And the Foreman has finally ran out of energy, and I figured I would also show you who Dash was. Dash is our lovely Brittany Spaniel. Kind of puppy, kind of not. See you next time.